Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your social media compass. My name is Jacqueline, and I'm joined with my good friend, Tariq. How are you today?
Very good, Jacqueline. Good to chat with you.
Yeah, you too. You too. So tell us, what do you do? Who are you? What makes you unique? We want to hear it.
Thanks for the opportunity, by the way. So Tariq Alinur, I'm the CEO of an amazing company called Brain.ai. And what we do is we have built a conversational voice AI platform that allows us to help our customers engage with their customers using a very natural, human sounding AI tool that allows them to complete tasks, to schedule appointments, and do all types of various tasks for them. And so we've been working in this technology now for a couple of years. But really, as I always tell people, what we do today, we really couldn't have done about a year ago because the technology has evolved so much as everyone's learned about ChatGPT and all the latest tech that's out there. We're really taking and harnessing all those new toolkits that are out there and building some amazing conversations that these tools are able to generate with customers. So that's what we do in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's incredible, and I love that. And I've gotten super into AI these past few months, and I feel like I'm constantly learning new ways to best utilize it. Like, it's just so helpful, and it saves me so much time. Do you feel the same way?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I can't imagine. My day is so different now than it was just even a few months ago. As I said, we use AI in regards to talking to our customers, writing emails. There's just so many use cases for it. So it's become a phenomenal part of our day.
Yeah. I'm assuming you probably use it to help with your social media content.
We do. So writing social media content has just been a big part of what we do. We also are leveraging AI to create clips and things of podcasts like this, and even creating videos for using AI. So it's been a really big part of what we do.
Yeah, like for me personally, what used to take me hours, sometimes I could do now in 20 minutes.
100%. And, the thing that I always tell people, though, the AI is great. It gets me about 80 to 90%. So it really helps me form my creativity and to really put it in a very organized structure. So I could totally can see that, being able to cut down so much time.
I know. And it's like time is the one thing that we can never get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So you want to utilize it the best you can.
Absolutely. And that's what I think is the beauty of AI. It's really giving us back more time and helping us really articulate, what we're trying to say as well. Sometimes we all struggle a bit with how to communicate things. And so I find that AI gives us back the time, but also helps us be much more impactful in what we're trying to say.
Definitely. Because sometimes you'll have an idea and it's kind of all over the place. So I'll type my idea into AI or into ChatGPT, and I'll type in like make this more clear, and then it'll kind of give me some ideas. It's very interesting.
It is. It is. There's so many interesting use cases. Every day there's a new tool that's coming out, and we're just amazed by what we can do. And I'm just also more excited about next 6 months, what this is actually going to look like.
I know. Where do you see like the future of AI?
It's a great question. I think AI will become a very important part of our day to day, like how you and I are talking about using AI to make us more productive. But I think how we interact and how brands interact using AI, I think is going to become much more prevalent. I think many companies, at least from our sector, which is the customer service, customer experience sector, people are used to what I call dumb bots or these horrible IVRs that people hate. I see that really reimagining what that experience is going to look like. I think at the end of the day, if somebody's interacting with an AI experience that's smart and can complete tasks and sounds very natural and engaging, I think that is really what the ultimate outcome will be, and where we're going to see a lot more of that in the future. I think more and more brands are going to move away from these technologies that don't do things and frustrates customers to utilizing AI so that they can have meaningful conversations with their customers. And so from my limited world, I think that's where I see a lot of the trend heading towards.
Yeah, because so many people I feel worry, like, what if AI takes my job? What do you feel about that?
It's a great question. And I always say that, that's obviously a concern, but I think what it will ultimately do is not take your job. It'll help you be more effective at your job. It'll help you perform at a higher level. And I think that's the way we should really think about it. It's going to help us really move up in our careers and be much more effective because inevitably it's just making us much more, creative and much more productive.
Yeah, because I do social media basically from morning till night. I'm always looking out for new trends. I'm making graphics. I'm doing all that stuff. But again, ChatGPT or other similar platforms make what I do a lot easier. But I'm still, serving my clients and supporting them, doing tactics they may not have the time or resources to do themselves.
AI is changing the game and what expectation is. So things that we may have tolerated in the past and maybe, we think is, great or good. What the AI is doing is taking us to a different level. Some of the things that I see in your world that you do in social media, you could probably have done it about a year ago, but the high quality of what you're producing and what the AI is allowing you to do, I think that's what's really exciting about it is that it's taking us to another level of productivity and excellence.
Yeah, for sure. And I do feel like you can't rely on it 100%. You have to go in and kind of clean it up a little bit. But like for the most part, it gets you like 80 to 90% of the way there.
We're working on a really cool tool. I'll tell you a little secret about it. We are working on a translation bot. So this translation, imagine if you were calling a brand or you're a customer service agent, someone comes on the line and they speak Mandarin. Well, obviously, you don't speak Mandarin, but this tool that we're building allows us to translate that conversation that you're having directly. So when you speak in English, it'll translate it into Mandarin, and then vice versa. When the customer speaks, it translates it back into English. Really interesting use case. But what I tell people is that conversation and the tool is great to get you about 90% there. But there's probably words that we use in English or words specific to an industry that don't translate well. So we still have to train these tools on those specific words and how it's phrased so that it can be comprehended by the customer. So again, great example to your point. We can get 80, 90% there with the technology, but there is still a need for us to go in and tweak it and refine it and iterate on it so that it's more effective.
I'm still honestly shocked by that translation tool. That sounds like insane in the best possible way.
Oh, yeah. There was a saying I did the book on from Thomas Friedman years ago about the world being flat, meaning that commerce in itself is becoming much more easier across the world. When we start using tools like this, translation tools, imagine how flatter the world is now. The boundaries that limit us really go away once we can communicate in a unified language. There's some great tech out there, especially around translation and, just walking around. If you go the next time you go to Europe and you're on a tourist, imagine being able to have a conversation with a waiter or locals in a different language just by having a device sitting on your shoulder translating for you. It's pretty fascinating to think about.
No, it is. Like, I really want to test this out. It sounds really cool.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited, especially from the customer experience perspective. We're all about how do we make engagements with customers better and more, how do we make it smoother? And I think a lot of times, people are frustrated with how limited, even when they're speaking to humans, how limited that conversation is, the lack of accountability, the lack of being able to get things done. And I think what this technology allows us to do is to empower people more, empower brands to be able to give back power to their customers so that they can have a much better experience. And I think everyone wins at the end of the day. If that happens, you're going to be more loyal to that brand. You're also going to probably buy more from them at the end of the day. So I think all of that is really where AI is facilitating and allowing us to be able to just produce better outcomes for our customers.
I agree. I even use it for like, I guess you could say random little things day to day. Like I'll check on recipes and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, give me a substitute for this ingredient for this recipe, and it's super helpful.
I'm curious, do you use Alexa or Siri?
I use Siri.
Yeah. I think that's probably when you're asking the question about where the future is. I think we're going to use Siri more and more in the future, right? To actually get tasks done. Imagine asking Siri. Here's a really good use case. Imagine asking Siri, hey, Siri, I just got my light bill and it went up by $10 this month. What happened? And Siri then goes in, looks at your account information and helps explain to you what exactly happened. That's where I think we're heading.
Oh yeah, I use it mostly like when I drive. So I'll ask it to change the radio station or give me directions to where I'm going, and it's just so much more convenient than having like an old school map in the car trying to figure out where you're going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Our cars are, I don't know if you drive a Tesla, but I mean, some of the automation is coming out of that and how they're integrating AI. It's just fascinating.
Yeah, no, I drive a Mazda, but I still love my Siri when I drive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so tell us, what can we expect to see from you in 2025?
Well, we're all in on conversational AI. We think that, there's a lot of different ways that brands can communicate with their customers and vice versa. And so we think that the conversational AI space is the preferred channel. If you look at ChatGPT and a lot of the new LLMs that are coming out, they're now launching an experience where you can actually speak to it. So just how you're speaking to Siri, you can actually now speak to ChatGPT and do searches and get information. So we still believe that voice is the preferred channel, and that's why we focused on that. So from our perspective, we're building solutions around voice so that people can have natural, engaging conversations with their favorite brands, and so that they can complete tasks. When there's problems and challenges, they can have a very human-like interaction and be able to complete that in the most natural way, which is, using your voice. So that's where we're really focused on for the future.
Fantastic. No, I'm very excited to keep up with you and see all the amazing things that you do. Tell us, how can we get in touch with you?
Yeah, well, the simplest way is visit our website, which is BrainCX, BrainCX.ai, and go check us out. If you go to the website, it'll ask you for a code and just message us. We'll get you the code so you can go on and really experience this for yourself. You can have an actual conversation with our website. Again, it's BrainCX, BrainCX.ai.
Amazing. No, I'm definitely going to be doing that this afternoon when we hang up.
Looking forward to it. And thanks again for this opportunity. And looking forward to seeing, hopefully we can talk in the future about the next set of amazing tools that are coming out for AI.
I would love that. Yeah. Thank you so much again for taking the time to chit chat with me. And thank you to everyone who listened. I hope you learned something new. Again, all of Tariq's information will be in the show notes. So definitely check him out on LinkedIn, check out his website, and give him some support. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next episode.